Welcome back to RollPlay R&D season number 3. I believe some stuff happened during the break, so I don't even know what's about to happen. But Steven, feel free to take it away, along.
So, the following morning, the three of you who are good friends with Sir William Onahan Gallery III gather to lay his body to rest. It has sat in the temple overnight in the local church in Salisbury Castle and been anointed by the priest and prepared for death. He will be laid to rest in his chainmail, broken though it is. And, who knows what's going to happen to his lineage and his poor son, Ryan. Ryean. Yes. Anyway, Yugoslav made an amazing GIF that I linked into chat.
Oh, I need to check that out here in a sec.
And on the morrow, after the castle mourns the loss of so great a knight, who, though a number of people in the castle are starting to really further this rumor that Sir William was secretly a Saxon who had gained some sort of legitimacy. That's really taken root, and a number of them are not too upset about that. Some people are saying, hey, he was a noble Saxon, and this young kid just was too racist to be able to accept that in this time of might makes right, that a Saxon could rise to be the equal of a knight of the land, though clearly not quite an equal, obviously. Anyway, Lady Adwin has retired in mourning, though she is being comforted by a man that some of you recognize as another knight from the area. And in the evening, the three of you set off overland, joined by a fourth, who we don't know who it is yet, but there's a fourth person with you.
Gotcha.
A young knight, age 18, who was just recently knighted, especially because King Uther has asked for all eligible squires to be knighted in preparation for battle. And actually, this young knight hails. Neal, would you say he hails from the Dinton area?
Sure. Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
Good. So the four of you end up setting off overland. Now,
you've been riding alongside us, but just remember, to truly get into our pack of 4, you'll need to kill a bear.
I can do that, sir.
So Earl Roderick has outfitted you with all appropriate travel supplies from the castle, and he has directed you on your course. He says you're to make your way northwest by roads and tracks through Salisbury, aiming for the town of Bath, where you are to join the King's Road and travel some days southwest to Exeter. You will cross the Exe River and work your way east-southeast across Dartmoor in Cornwall to join the host that is to gather outside of Terrabel. And if you take a glance at Roll20, I've actually prepared this large Knight's Adventurous map.
Wow.
So you are here, if you can see where I'm pinging, right next to Salisbury. And you're heading northeast, or northwest rather, up towards the town of Bath. And you hop on your horses and make your way. Incidentally, who are your squires? Sir Quinn, what's your squire's name?
My squire's name is, gosh, I wish I had some names. My squire's name is Blanche.
Blanche, very nice. So named because he is incredibly pale of skin. I need to cross this name off of my list. This person has died. Anyway, Sir Emrys, what is your squire's name?
Is McGillicuddy too stupid? You tell me.
No.
Okay.
McGillicuddy.
Yes.
And Sir Ronald, what is your squire?
Bernard.
So the four of you all have your squires with you, and you're all bearing your chargers, rounceys, and sumpters. You're really traveling. I mean, I guess there's 16 or 17 horses amongst the four of you, and
I have 5.
Your packs are heavily laden, right? Yeah, exactly. So if you look on the Pendragon rules summary, you can see like miles per day by pace. You're each traveling at a normal pace. So at this point, you're traveling along local roads at about 15 miles per day.
Okay.
So it takes you 2 days before you reach the town of Bath. You stay one night. You're put up by a local priest who gives you free lodging in advance of the Earl's army, and then you set off down the King's Road, and it takes you 3.5 days to reach Exeter, which is right on the shores of the Exeter River. And then you set off east-southeast from there, following trails and local roads across the moors until you reach the Morris Forest. And as you are traveling through the forest, following a local hunting trail, it comes to pass during the afternoon one day that you hear a bright voice singing a haunting song from nearby in the woods. What do you do?
Can we have this song sung to us? We hear some lyrics, maybe?
Yeah, it sounds like that.
Haunting indeed.
I wish to investigate.
All right.
Me too.
So Sir Quinn leads the way through the woods in the direction of the song, and you break out into a bright and sunlit stream, in the center of which is a beautiful barefooted woman with bright red hair who's perched out on a rock in the center of the stream.
Indeed.
She is stunningly beautiful. And she turns to the two of you as you break out of the underbrush and interrupts her song, and she speaks in a musical voice, and she says, "Greetings, good sirs. It is a fine day, is it not?"
It is, lovely maiden.
She says, What brings you to this stream in this forest?"
We are on our way to fight for Earl Roderick. And what brings
Earl
you
Roderick.
here?
"Ah, I come here every fortnight for to remember how once I met a young lad, and I have prepared a delightful meal should I meet him again. I see him not, but yet I see 2 passing fine young men here before me. Wilt thou join me and break fast this day?"
Perhaps we can help you find this young lad.
A sad shadow passes over her face, a look of concern, and she says, "Alas, I am afraid it is not to be, for you see, he and I, we met once, and circumstances have contrived to part us forevermore. It is merely a memory of mine that I seek to indulge by coming to this spot."
Steven, I wish to roll against my fairy lore to see
Okay.
if there's anything that I can tell about this woman.
Yeah, go ahead.
While he's
What-
doing that, I'm still confused as frack. I'm like, well, why would you come here and create such a feast each night if you already know within your heart that he's not returning?
And she says, often it is enough to soothe my the turmoil in my breast, to simply come here and remember and prepare a meal as once I did when I encountered this lovely gentleman. And Sir Quinn, you recognize that this is actually a fairy maiden. And as she speaks with Sir Ronald, her shift slips down over her shoulder, revealing an incredibly pale, creamy white skin that's marked, actually, with a silver mark on the shoulder. And
Or do I have any reason to fear this woman, other than just that she's a fairy?
so
In the lore, is a fairy maiden gonna eat me?
you know a number of things as a result of your knowledge of fairy lore. You recognize that this is a fairy woman who agreed to wed a mortal on the condition that her husband never touch her with iron, which is a material that the fairies loathe more than almost anything else. You also know that fairy foods are said to be among the most delicious and refreshing that Englishmen could ever taste, and that these foods are beguiling but invigorating, and those who eat moderately will find that they are completely and sometimes miraculously refreshed afterwards.
Well, it's not saying much about English food.
But lady, we would love to eat and enjoy this food with you, and perhaps you might be able to talk with me about my sister who has a connection to the fairies.
She says, "Wonderful," and she splashes through the stream towards the other side, and she says, "Come, join me this way. It is but a short distance into the forest. I have set up a table that you may join me." Now, Quinn, you also know that actually this curse can be broken.
Oh,
Yes.
well, what do I
From-
know about that?
From your knowledge of fairy lore, you know that a fairy can remove a marking of either iron or clay by washing 3 times by the full moon with a cloth of pure white, which is woven from yarn made from 3 hairs of a white hind.
So,
Use that knowledge to get other knowledge.
then I simply want to ask her before we go into the forest. Isn't it possible that the curse can be broken through a means of washing on the full moon of a certain amount of days? I'm not sure I'm quite, but certainly as a fairy maiden, you would have tried this.
She turns back over her shoulder and she smiles at you winningly. And she says, "Yes, there are certain circumstances under which this curse can be broken, but alas, a white hind is an incredibly rare find. It would take a hunter of passing skill to be able to track one down and catch one, and I am not a huntress myself. I would need to rely on the goodness of a stranger to help me in this task."
My lady, I believe that you've got some fair hunters here that could assist you with finding the 3 hairs of a white hind. And perhaps we can, but trade services, for I can help you as a hunter, and maybe you as a fairy maiden can help me as a fairy maiden. For I'm looking for my sister, and perhaps you can help me find her.
She says, "Your proposal is incredibly generous. If you would like to try and free me from this curse, then I will gladly await you here every full moon. I know it may take you some time to find the white hind and capture the 3 hairs from it."
It may, and we will do our best.
Now, Sir Ronald,
Lady Ronald.
this woman is just about the most gorgeous woman you've ever
Yeah,
seen.
do wants.
Perfect, beautiful, long, flowing red hair, slender form, with some roundness in all of the right places. Are you trying to like flirt with her or anything as you proceed to her table? And are the other 2 joining you, by the way? Are you 2 following along with these 2, or are you trying to just head straight to the castle?
No, I'm definitely interested in what's going on. I'm just not as interested as they are. I'm more interested in
Eating their delicious food.
no, I'm more interested in the story of Quinn's sister and this being
Oh.
brought up as he hasn't shared it with us before.
All right. And young new knight yourself.
I'm sticking close to Emery's until I figure out who I am.
Wonderful. So the 4 of you
Not
sit down.
overly over the top, but indeed I am definitely trying to be on get in her good graces and keep her eye on me. And
Mhm.
as far as that goes, I will take it.
Now, do you have a passion for redheads?
I very much do.
Do you want to roll against your passion for redheads?
I'm frightened by what this might ensue, but I'm in, down.
Okay.
Going for it. Rolled 14, and I have I don't even know what I have here. Actually, I didn't save it. What is this madness? Do you have it on your sheet that I sent to you?
Let me double check.
You gave a plus 3 to everyone else, so I would imagine
I think it's actually a passion for you.
Oh.
No, I don't have it on your sheet. Okay, roll 3d6. Oh my god. Oh,
Wow.
that's so close.
That sucks.
Okay, that's awesome.
But
Okay.
I swear, I thought because I did roll that before. That's why.
No, I remember that as well, unfortunately. So, okay, so mark down 12 because you've immediately lost 1 from your passion for redheads. And you are disheartened. This is so great. So, you suffer a -5 modifier on all further rolls made during the situation that brought on this state. Once the situation passes, you will become melancholic, which is awesome. Because it's a mental disorder that causes the victim to be overwhelmed by grief. You may fall to the ground, weeping aloud, lamenting losses and ill luck, and crying out from deep emotional pain. Alternatively, a melancholic character might fall into a deep and morose depression. A night lost in such morose feelings is both useless and dangerous.
Everyone in chat is saying it was 15. They're like spamming.
Wait.
Do you guys have
If
Okay,
we
chat.
actually have proof.
I don't.
But
Yeah,
Was it 15?
It's actually 15.
Everybody is saying 15.
I
I can't believe what
15, go back and
the
get
internet says. It doesn't mean it's actually true.
when
I think they
Did
just
you-
want me to.
did you have her roll 4d6 or 3d6?
3d6.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me just scroll up.
No, I think they meant like the first time I did it was 15.
Yeah,
I know. You can view the entire roll history for
Oh,
roll
yeah.
20, which is what I'm doing real quick.
It's true. It's okay. I'll be
Check
like
the
all
odds,
emo
check
because
the
I couldn't
odds.
get the hot
But
redheaded chick.
If you're successful, then you get a +10 to your skills.
Oh,
Alright.
Like,
shizzle.
All right, Quinn, you
serious
better let
differences
me
that hinge on
Hook
this.
me up, dude. Give me all that fairy lore.
All right, you know what? You rolled a 13 this time. Chat says it's a 15. You diced a 14. Roll a d20. On an 11 plus, you had a 15, and therefore you are successful.
I'm not. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So you had a 15. So write down 15 for your passion for redheads, and you were successful. You are inspired. To be inspired is to have achieved the highest state of passion. Inspiration can turn an ordinary character into an extraordinary one. It is the source for the greatness that many Round Table Knights often exhibit. An inspired character gains tremendous ability for a time. The player may choose any one skill or combat skill. His character's value in that skill is modified by 10. Yes. So you gain a +10 for the duration of this encounter to any one skill. What skill do you want to modify?
Any skill?
Flirting would be a strong option.
Yeah, that's just gonna say. I was like, well, obviously flirting is probably what I want.
Awesome.
So yes,
So, yeah.
flirting.
What is your flirting originally?
It's currently 5.
Okay, so you have a 15 flirting. So do you want to try and flirt with her as you're eating this fairy food that she's
Heck
laid?
yeah, I do.
Okay, so go ahead and roll against your flirting of 15. Oh, so nice. So nice. Can you give us a sample of your flirting with this fairy maiden?
Oh God, this is gonna be terrible. What is the context of this flirting?
Well, the 4 of you are sitting around, and I guess your squires are sort of serving you every once in a while, and you are chatting about the fairy world and her interactions with Englishmen in the past, and she makes a remark about how strong and big you seem. And she admires your large and bushy beard and remarks actually that she's heard that some Englishmen are fond of poetry, and she wonders if you know of any good poems.
Nice, nice. Well, I am Sir Ronald after all, Sir Ronald Uthbert at that, and I do know quite a bit about poetry. And as someone as lovely as you, with your wonderful red locks, and I don't know what kind of eyes she has. Beautiful, gorgeous eyes.
Yep, gorgeous.
Dark as the moon. I don't know. Whatever.
Almond shaped.
Go on. Almond shaped. That does not make me think of a moon at all, but we'll go with it.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. I think I may write a poem just for you. And when we come back and return with the hide, and break the spell. I shall read it to you.
Yeah, she blushes and she says, Sir Knight, Sir Ronald, I freely admit you have won my esteem, but I caution you that, as I mentioned, I am not free to wed. I am marked by iron, and I must needs cleanse myself before I can give my love again. If you bring to me the 3 hairs of the hind, and I wash myself of the mark of iron, then will I be free to love. And she bats her big, pretty eyes at you.
And that is a mission that I shall take to heart.
Wonderful. So, as each of you eat this fairy meal, would you all give me a roll against your temperate?
Okay.
Where's our temperate, anyway?
It is a personality trait. Yours is 10.
I'm 13. I rolled 12.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, 19 and 13.
I think I passed. Mine's a 13.
So Emrys and Quinn are both temperate. So yes, the both of you eat a refreshing meal. Sir, not William Onahan Gallery IV, roll against your indulgent, and Sir Ronald Uthbert also roll against your indulgent. Oh my God, that's amazing! Okay, so both of you succeed on your indulgent and just like lay waste to this fairy meal in front of you, and like you just devour what's been set out. There's all sorts of like cakes and whipped, creams and berries, and there's this delectable mead that it's like this golden nectar. It's just absolutely delicious, and you just devour all of it. Let me see what I wrote
Just
for
must
that.
keep consuming. So delicious. Oh, nom 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 nom.
Yes.
I'm trying to be as polite as I can while I'm eating, but it's just so good that food just keeps shoveling into my mouth.
Both of you just completely overindulge and pass out under the table cold.
God damn.
And you're asleep. Would you roll 1d3 plus 2, please, Sir Ronald?
Where are we again? We're in the forest.
You're in the forest,
there
near a babbling brook.
Campfire or anything?
Yes, there's a campfire nearby over which many of these. There's like an oven set up over a campfire that looks like this is where many of these cakes and things were baked.
Can I please maybe just take a little like timber out of the fire and kind of extinguish it? Take the ash and draw some eyebrows on our knights like that.
Yes. Yes, you do, and you can. So the 2 knights who overindulged, both of you check your indulge, by the way, your indulgence. I mean,
We have to roll it
test
again?
it. No,
Okay.
not test it, but
Okay.
mark a check next to it.
Oh, where is that exactly?
Personality traits.
Yeah,
Ooh.
opposite of temperance. And so you 2 are asleep for 4 days.
Holy crap.
With eyebrows, with big bushy ash.
Yep, exactly. Sir Emrys.
You drew eyebrows on us? I thought
Yes.
you were doing that to yourself.
No.
No, we're drawing on the 2
You would.
indulgent knights.
First one to pass out gets the shame.
Yeah.
Yes. Each of you mark down 10 glory.
Who is all of us?
All of you.
Okay.
All of you. And so Quinn and Emrys, are you staying with the knights that have passed out, or are you galloping along to Terabel?
Well, we cannot leave fellow knights behind, but this might be a good opportunity for us to at least survey the area and see if we can find this beast that Our Lady speaks of.
Oh, you want to try hunting in the days that you're...
Yeah, Steven, I call my, hold on one second. I call my, I guess this is pronounced Ghost Hawk?
Gozhawk?
Gozhawk? Okay.
Yeah.
I call my Gozhawk Apollo and have him hunt for me.
Okay, yeah. Your squire bears Apollo to you, and you go hunting with him some. Now, Your hawk is really only for hunting small game, not for something like a white hind.
Okay.
But if you'd like to make hunting rolls to see if you can find a hind, I'll let you make one a day.
Okay.
Okay.
So do 4. Oh, you're hunting. Sorry.
I mean, if
Yes.
we can both.
The both of you can hunt.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I've got a
Yeah.
15, so I'm gonna
Let me see what
hopefully
mine is. Oh, God.
12.
Okay. So
Okay.
on the first day, Quinn, you find some game, but you do not manage to locate a white hind.
Okay.
The fail.
Emrys, likewise. Second day.
Go ahead, Quinn.
9.
Nope.
Nope. Go again, Quinn.
Third day.
Third day.
15.
Oh, that's a crit, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay, you're
check
stalking
money,
through the
right?
woods. Yeah, check it.
Yes,
You're stalking through
yes.
the woods, and you see a flash of white up ahead of you. So let me see here. Yeah, I need to look up hunting and how that goes. There's all sorts of pursual and stuff like that we need to continue. Sir Emrys, are you hunting with him?
Yes, I would. Not being a skilled hunter, I would assume that I follow him and aid to the best of my ability, which is a 2, so it's not very helpful.
Makes
We've
perfect
seen
sense.
his bear hunting. Did pretty
Yeah.
good. Well, not
Yeah.
me. Everybody but me.
Yeah, you ran.
'Cause I'm like a cocky douche who's like, I can do this on my own.
Yeah.
Run around in circles.
And then passes
Yeah.
out for 4 days. Thanks, Ronald. You jack.
Let's see. Bear
Ronald's
hunt.
such a
Make
freaking
that
noob. Ugh.
Empress, don't let the deer crit you with his hind legs. If he knocks you down, it's gonna get messy.
I turned very slowly and very seriously to Quinn, and I say, "Now's not the time to make fun of Sir William."
So true. Okay, Sir Quinn, would you roll 1d8 for me, please?
Yes, I shall.
Nope.
Does he want to roll high or low?
Oh, whoops. Bam, 3.
3. Okay, cool. So I've placed you out on this hunting grid here, where we've got this bear who's standing in place for a deer. So roll your hunting.
Okay. 11.
Oh man, okay. So the hind goes crashing through a thicket of thorns. And your success in hunting means that you catch her almost immediately, and she is completely stuck and entangled in the thorns and struggling to try and break free. She's actually scratching herself quite badly. What do you want to do?
I
Oh, that's
wish to
beautiful.
end
Thank
the
you.
hind's life immediately, as for she will not suffer any longer.
Ah, very well. So roll against your sword to strike.
Okay. Do I have any bonuses since she's just standing there?
Yeah, plus 10.
Okay. Okay. And my sword is 16. I rolled 23.
Oh, so
Wait.
that's actually, you rolled a 13 against you rolled a 19 against your skill of 20.
Do I get an
Because
attack on this?
That's the way the bonus is.
I see, my bad.
I'm going to so what happens is when you have more than 20, you take the bonus over 20 and you add that to your roll. And then basically any result that's higher than 20 counts as a result of 20. And
So
your
if I
skill
was
counts as 20.
16, and you gave me plus 10.
So it's 26. So it's 13 plus 6 is 19, which isn't quite a crit, but it's super close.
Okay.
Anyway, you just totally end this
Oh.
creature's life.
And then, of course, I wish to carefully take the hairs.
Yeah, you pluck 3 hairs from her tail. And you dress or you have your squire dress the hind, and you bring her back to the camp where the fairy maiden waits. And she claps and cheers as you come back into the camp. Would you check your hunting, Sir Quinn?
Yes. Oh, check it. It was checked because I critted.
Oh yeah, of course, right, naturally. Good. Excellent. Okay, so you make your way back to camp and you bear the the hairs, and she takes them in her hands very carefully, the 3 hairs that you've handed her, and she says, "Thank you, good Sir Knight. This is wonderful. With this, I will be able to weave a yarn, or to spin a yarn with which I can weave a cloth that I can use to wash my skin of this mark of iron, and then I will be free for wooing and loving as your fellow knight may be interested."
Fairy Maiden, I must remind you that you told me you would help me find my sister, Thea Leventhorpe. So, with your wooing and whatever else it is that fairy maidens do, I ask that you try to find something out about my sister.